So this is a chat about when you go to the AAT and you get an independent OT, and we got the report, and yeah, it's a game. And it made me think, because I'm fighting many systems actually. The difference between people who support disabilities in the system and people who are in the system who are ableists. And it exists. Both of them exist in the system. And it's never acceptable to lie when you're a professional. Never. And yet it's been done. But that's okay, because the good thing is, just like the rest of the battles I'm having, I have facts. I have proof. But that's not my point of this conversation, because I'm confident in all my cases that I've got going on with different things. And like I said, I can't tell you a lot. But the lies about me have been ugly because I'm defending myself. And systems don't like you to defend yourself. They want you to be passive. They want you to be, with their aggression, to back down, to scramble away, and almost be afraid of them. Don't let their lies scare you away. And I know how hard that is. I've been lied about medically my whole life until I got diagnosed with 22q. And even in just trying to get them to accept it, there's egos involved. But that's okay, because I believe in karma. But just having to listen to lies, and even though you've got the proof, so you've sent a response. The lawyer's already got the same letter, but we've sent to my lawyer all of the proof. So it's like, checkmate, dickhead. But still, it's not about that, right? And it's not even about my other stuff going on. The same thing. It's like, checkmate, 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 checkmate. I'm so fucking sick of fighting for myself. Like my whole life, I was born fighting to live. And I feel like I'm back here again fighting to live. And in between, all I've done is struggle, never thrived. Because I haven't done it with the understanding of knowing how disabled I was being gaslit all the time. But that's okay, because it made me a stronger person and made me achieve more than maybe if I was told I was disabled. But nonetheless, I've been failed. Medically, disability, failed, okay? Now, it's being fixed, kind of. But then at the same time, there's games. And this isn't personal. It's to everyone. There's just the truth, guys. Sometimes we have to sometimes face this. There are people that don't want disabled people to even exist because they don't want to pay for us, because they see that as their money. But when I've watched my partner work for 25 plus years on 6 figures, I call bullshit on that being your tax. It's not. So, not to mention my human rights as an Australian citizen to healthcare, disability care, like you'd all wish if it was you. Because you don't know. Trust me. I thought I just had a few chronic illnesses that I had to battle. And then look what happened. Deterioration. facing an earlier death than ever expected, 25 plus years less. And then symptoms to remind me every day of how precious life is, and that any day could be it. Yet I'm spending my days being bullied by systems, disability and medical. Two systems, all because of money. I'm so done. I can only imagine that this is how some long-term cancer patients feel. It's just you want to give up. You just want to give up. You just want to give up. I'm sorry, but you do. There's days where you just go, I just want to give up. I'm sick of defending myself. And like I said, I've got the proof even, but that doesn't make it easier, guys. So I'm sorry if you don't have the proof. Keep trying, because you'll get it. Because if you're genuinely sick, it'll be found. But I'm just saying, don't get your hopes up, because even if you get proof, I've got test result proofs of thousands of things. I've got a fucking major genetic syndrome that is kicking my ass before I even got diagnosed with it, with exactly the expected things. And they still want to play dumb. And I'm risking my life every day. Every day. And there's nothing I could do but wait and hope that I make it through to getting it fixed. And hoping that I do have time, because we know what's wrong with ourselves, don't we? If you've ever been sick, or if you've ever had situations where you have a combination of symptoms, we all know. We all know. We're not stupid. And these medical people just keep thinking we are. And I know what's happening to me right now. I'm just waiting for others to catch up. And I hate that. It's been like that for years, but still, it's not any more fun. But I'm so, what do you call it? Disgusted. Like, to be honest, I don't know. Maybe abortion list is a good idea. Maybe that's what should have just happened, because there is no support. I feel like a burden. People are making me feel like a burden. This is years of accumulation of stress. I'm not normally like this. I've been pushed from pillar to post. I have been poked and prodded. I have so many things coming up. My neck is collapsing. There's just so many things going on with my body. And here I am fighting both systems for just these few little things, just along the way. Just everything's a fight. Yet they never deny. It's like they fuck with you, you know. They don't deny. Oh, you need 24/7 support. So you need this, you need that. They know you are high needs. They know that you're severely ill. But then they still fuck with your head in other ways and say, oh, but, you know, because of this, you know. I mean, they didn't even have 22q in the report. It's like, I had to literally raise my voice in the court thing and say to an NJS representative, and I said, excuse me, with my new diagnosis of 22q is the reason for every diagnosis I have. It is my umbrella term, and it must be put at the top, because the new system goes based on your diagnosis. They want to be able to pick up one diagnosis. Well, that's the one fucking diagnosis. That's it. It's the reason for everything. It's the reason why I was born early. It's the reason why I nearly didn't make it. It's the reason why I've been so sick my whole life. And yet my parents didn't know, and I have been abused for it. My children didn't know, and they are traumatized by it. I am so fucking angry. My life has been destroyed by disability in a first world fucking country because they're stupid. They act stupid. And it is not anyone else's fucking money. It's our taxpayer money. Fuck off. We've always taken pride in paying our own way for decades. I had a job at 13. Fuck off. If someone else was in my position, you would all expect the same from your country. It's just simple as that. I didn't ask to have this. I was simply getting sicker and sicker and sicker and needing to know why. I had no idea that I had a genetic syndrome. And here they are still threatening to make me and force me to live alone. They're now back on that bandwagon too. They want to institutionalize me in this house with just strangers looking after me rather than me choosing family. That's not choice and control, anti-IA. That is not choice and control. It is not choice and control. What part of that is choice and control? None. None. Where's my choice? I could die any day and I don't want to spend it with people I don't even know. I want to be safe. And times are not safe. Guys, if you knew what I was going through, if I could tell you all, you would understand. And I'm sorry that I can't. But for things to get better, I'm having to face so many demons, so many people that are so angry because they have been proven wrong and they have power and they want my blood, they want me silenced. If they had their way, they would fucking will do that. They would physically pin me down and put their hand over my mouth. And you're not gonna shut me the fuck up! You're not. I'm gonna fight till I die. My goal is a family trust. Because guess what? I didn't even get to make a decision about my children and the risk factors of having 22q, 50% hand down rate. I never knew this when I was pregnant. I was never once told. They don't notify immediate family members because they are so fucking don't care. They just don't care. STDs do, don't they? Correct me if I'm wrong in Australia, isn't it? I've heard it's a case that people are meant to be notified. But isn't that affecting confidentiality? Now, why the fuck can't you let my family members know about 22q and how severe it is? They want to. My geneticist wants to. Has contacted the hospital 3 times to get my shit done, let alone anything else. Change the fucking rules, health department. Health department aren't for the people. It's too late for me. No matter what happens, it's too late for me. The least I can do is make a stance for 22q in case my children and my grandchildren ever get it, have it, born with it. That's my mission until I die. And that's why I'll keep fighting. Because at this point, for myself, I just trust that if I go, it's God's decision. It's not mine, it's His. But I've got to look after my babies. That includes my grandchildren. These systems destroy families, destroy people. They've destroyed my psyche, they've destroyed my soul. I don't know if anyone's ever seen the documentary Save Maya. It's pretty much me. Differences, yes. A lot of differences. I don't have just dystonia. That's way more than that, but that's not, doesn't matter about that. It's the medical system and the medical systematic abuse that exists in many countries, in many first world countries, against females. Females. Get it? Feminists, stand up. This could cause my death. Like, I'm waiting on so many things that if I don't, if my lawyer, if I can't get things understood, and my doctor, if we can't get them to listen, it's a matter of life or death for me. And I'm not being dramatic. And I've got 2 kids, 2 grandkids, and it is the last thing that I want. I'm only 50, I'm not 80. So please wish me luck, because I need it. And please don't mistake my tears for weakness, because it's not. I'm fighting for my life. I'm fighting for my children's lives, and I'm fighting for my grandchildren's lives, and their children's lives, and their children's children's lives. Because I don't give a shit about my family. I don't care if it's my brother, I don't care if it's my brother's kids, I don't care if it's cousins, I don't care who is suffering from this genetic syndrome. But I'm fighting. And it is kicking my butt right now. And it is trying to take me out. I'm under a lot of pressure. And I'm cracking. Normally, I don't. But when you don't have the resources to go on a holiday, you don't have the resources to just escape. You don't have the resources to just, I don't know, like I don't have the lifestyle where people are just bringing me some joy, to be honest. And when you can't do it for yourself, which for me is so rare, but today is one of those days where I can't bring that joy for myself. And I hate that because I'm always giving it to others, and that's fine. But I wish someone could give it to me right now. Because all I've been buried in is paperwork and admin and questions and phone calls and meetings and constant things. And it's just so depressing. But if I don't do it, I could die. I have to. I can't run from it anymore. I've did that for years. I did that for years just to kind of give people some normal life at my own expense. And I can't do that now. I can't risk my life anymore. It's gotten that serious. And I just think this is going to end up bigger than what I want it to be. But I don't know what that's going to mean for the future. It could be wonderful. But it doesn't make the journey any easier. And I feel a lot of pressure as a mother to fight for my kids as well as fighting for myself. And even though it's not my fault for being late diagnosed with 22q and from finding out at 48 that, you know, the average age of expectancies, I think it's 47 for me. It's just not something I was prepared for. And how do you prepare your kids? No one's working through that with me. No one talks about it. So that's why I do YouTube. I hope that they can watch my normal videos and see me and see who I am, or just remember who I am. Because it's not like they haven't lived with me as adults. They know me. And I'm kind of glad that they're not sort of too much in my life, because this isn't a good one that I've been given. And I don't really want to bring them down. And that's what I feel like I am. I think a lot of autistics feel like that just in general. Just undesirable in our families. We're always messing up, getting things wrong, even though we do our best. So, I'm disgusted, NDIS, with your independent OT reporters. They are compulsive liars, and I've got evidence to prove them wrong, but I'm disgusted. You should be ashamed of yourself, government. That is disgusting. There's lies in there. That's not okay. It's not acceptable. It's not independent. That's obvious. But that's okay. We'll attach the paperwork to prove what is actually the truth, because you can't deny medical diagnosis that's written on a paper from specialists, can you? No. So you're not going to win. But you're going to do a damn good job of stressing me out, aren't you? And I hope you're aware that this could kill me. Chronic stress is not good for people with bad hearts. So fuck you, NDIS. Start treating people with dignity and fucking respect. Because if it was you, and you don't know any day, and you're supposed to just live a quality of life and try and stay alive as long as you can, because that's what every person deserves, the right to life. I don't know what article number it is, but right to life. Right to healthcare. Yeah. So, it's not cool, NGIS. It's not fucking cool, government. Your fucking systems are dodgy. Your public hospitals, your fucking NDIS, get your shit together. You're corrupt as fuck. And you don't do it to dying people. It's sick. You are sick. Psychopathic. Sick. And trust me, if I don't make it through this, there is a very angry man that will be left behind, that will be fighting your ass off, and will take you to the cleaners for himself and his children. So you better watch out, because you will have a fight on your hands. I I guess that's what you're wishing for, though, isn't it? It's probably, is that the cheaper way? This world is sick. This world is sick. All I've ever wanted is healthcare and disability care. And to be able to choose my carer as family first. And I've got my other professional carers too. But choice and control, I feel they're challenging. They are trying to take away from me. And I will not stand for it. I was part of the Royal Disability Commission. And I made some changes. And I made some differences to people's lives. And I will fucking keep fighting. And I will keep doing that. Because I didn't earn those goddamn certificates up there to not stick up for the fellow human. Fuck you, Australian government. You are not going to harm disability elderly. No. Stop. Stop the fucking game. And I'm sorry to my audience for how angry I am, but this needs to be out there because it's disgusting. Shameful. These people are disgusting, slimy scum. They probably do it to their own daughter, their own sister, their own mother. That's how horrible these human beings are. And then, like at the end of the whole document, this is the funny part. But I have no medical proof. I have no medical proof. I have no medical proof because I'm not a doctor. Yeah, we gave you the medical proof. You obviously didn't take it with you. And you look stupid. And you can't comment on medical because you're not a medical practitioner, you fucking idiot. You're admin. OTs are, I'm sorry, but in certain situations that are getting serious, are fuck nothing. Okay? You shouldn't be making decisions. No. Because you're not actually my specialists, are you? Maybe read my specialist letters next time, though, mate. Instead of asking us what it's like to live in WA because you've moved from Queensland and you're just interested. Go fuck yourself. I'm not here to tell you as a travel agent where the fuck to hang out in Perth. Okay? Maybe read my medical fucking records. Take copies of them that were offered. But yes, of course you can't comment because you're not medical. I'm glad about that, actually. Because I think my specialists should be the ones to comment on that. And thank God they do. But nice try. Well done on defending the Australian government NDIS system, on being corrupt and ripping off the very people that deserve it. You disgust me. My provider gave me a bath because they think it's disgusting to only shower once every 4 days. So fuck you. You're disgusting. This is a first world country. Shame on you. Every human being deserves a bath every day. And if you can do it independently because it's a bath, not a shower, you wanted to spend money because it's making you money, isn't it? So you like us having staff. You want us staffed up to the wazoo, don't you? Because that's how you get your money back. You make money out of it. It's not about that. It's about my needs being met medically under disability, you pieces of shit. And I have a large fucking package and I don't use it all. I use what I need. And that man that you say shouldn't be living and doing the primary caring, he's saving you about $300,000 a year. Why'd you say fucking thanks? And just let him live here. What the fuck is wrong with you people? You actually want to charge the taxpayer an extra $300,000 a year instead of letting the partner look after the disabled partner. What the fuck is wrong with you? That's not right. And taxpayers, you should be pissed about that because that's what they're doing to people. they have separated families on purpose to charge staff. And that costs you more. Even though their glossy brochure at the beginning, when you sign on, they say informal supports first, then we give professional. Well, maybe you should honour the fucking shit out of that, NDIS. Pick up your first brochure that you give people and reread it. Anyway, I'm done on this. I'm done. I just wanted you to know. The independent OT assessors are lying on their side, full of shit. But anyway, it's all been handed to my lawyer. I've got an appointment with my lawyer this week for many fucking reasons. I'm so overloaded. Apologies about that. But this could help someone else. Something I say, something I'm representing may help someone else. And my journey needs to be told. The good, the bad, the ugly. Everything. I don't hide anything. This is not a mental health crisis. This is emotions because, guys, my reality is, it's like how my lawyer says it, it doesn't matter what your optimistic view of life is. Now, my optimistic view is I will live for a very long time. Absolutely. That is my goal. Okay? I am very strict on myself with my health. Absolutely. But the fact remains, I have 22q syndrome and I'm missing genes. And I could die any day now. My heart is wanting to pack it in. So there's signs of it already. Fact is, I shouldn't have to fight, literally, in this condition, for any rights at all. So that's the point of this. And I certainly shouldn't have to do it for my children, let alone my grandchildren, who may even have it right now and have struggles, and how are they going to get the right help and early interventions when you say that you can't report because it's confidentiality? What a crock shit. You should be contacting immediate family members' health department on any genetic syndrome. End of story. That is your responsibility, because you could end up doing massive amounts of tests of all these families who are estranged or adoptions or whatever that goes on, and you're wasting your money on stabbing in the dark tests, which I know you guys do because I'm fucking one of them. You pick all these tests and you don't get the right ones until 10 fucking years later. Some of them 48 years later. And then you go, oh, it's this. So stop wasting money on testing and let families know so that you can map it. Okay? Because that would save the taxpayer money instead of basically building a fucking nest in your fucking hospitals. You're a business, aren't you? Just like schools, guys. Public schools turned into businesses when my kids are at school. And hospitals, public ones now, are businesses. And when they deal with you, look at the show. I don't even know what it's called. Matt's been watching it. Ask him in the comments. There's a show. And every time there's a patient that comes in that's going to cost a lot of money, that doctor goes to the director of the hospital and says, can we afford it? No. Okay. Patient's going to die. That's me. That's many people. I'm not just it. There's probably many more. There's probably not as many, but there's a lot of us. And it's not fucking okay. Sorry. Anyway, I wanted you to know that as an autistic, truth just doesn't exist in these people's worlds. In our world, we want it to, okay? But nothing will ever make sense in these systems. Don't even try. I promise you. Don't try. It's injustice, and we have to accept it. And in my eyes, God's got a plan. I feel safe no matter what. I just don't like having to deal with them. It's only when I have to deal with these assholes that I have to actually face my fate, which is a shitty heart at 50. And two grown children I haven't seen in a while. And yes, we don't talk about it like Matt said in comments, it's personal. My kids' lives are personal, and fact is, I'm scared I'll never see them again. And that's what I have to live like every day. So just understand this is not a mental health issue, this is actual real life problems. Some people actually have real hard shit to deal with. So just be kind to others, okay? You don't know what battle they're fighting. Just be kind.